One of these Subarus will cost you more in repairs than you paid for the car. The other? It'll still be running strong when your grandkids learn to drive. Here's the problem. Subaru has built some of the most reliable, capable, all-wheel drive machines ever made. But they've also produced some catastrophic failures that have left owners completely stranded and financially destroyed. So how do you tell the difference? That's exactly what we're covering today. I'm breaking down the 3 worst Subaru cars you should absolutely avoid and the 4 best that live up to the legend. Whether you're buying used or just want to know which models are actually worth the hype, buckle up. The 3 worst Subaru. Number 3, the 2008 to 2014 Impreza. At number 3, we have the 3rd generation Impreza from 2008 to 2014. 2014, specifically the base and premium models, not the WRX or STI. Now, these weren't terrible cars, but they were painfully mediocre in every way. Subaru took the sporty, nimble Impreza that enthusiasts loved and turned it into a boring, underpowered commuter car. The 2.5-liter engine produced a respectable 170 horsepower, which sounds impressive until you consider that this was the late 2000s, when competitors were achieving significantly better results. The interior felt cheap with hard plastics everywhere. But here's the kicker. These models were prone to the infamous head gasket failures and oil consumption issues we mentioned earlier. Number 2, 2006 to 2007 Tribeca. Number 2 on our worst list is the original 2006 to 2007 Tribeca, and honestly, we need to talk about that face. Subaru referred to it as the aircraft-inspired grille. Everyone else called it the worst front-end design in automotive history. It looked like a confused airplane trying to be an SUV, and buyers stayed away in droves. But the problems went beyond aesthetics. The 3.0-liter 6-cylinder engine was underpowered for a 7-seater, making only 245 horsepower. That's pathetic when you're hauling a full load of people and gear. It felt sluggish and struggled on hills. The third-row seat was basically useless for anyone over 4 feet tall. Number 1, the 2013 to 2016 Forester XT and Crosstrek with FB engines. I'm grouping these together because they share the same fatal flaw: excessive oil consumption that led to catastrophic engine failures. These were family vehicles that people bought for reliability, safety, and practicality. Instead, they got ticking time bombs. Owners reported burning through a quart of oil every 1,000 miles or less. If you didn't constantly monitor oil levels, and many owners didn't because, modern cars shouldn't do that, the engine would seize up. Rod knock, thrown rods through the block, complete engine destruction. The Forester XT was particularly frustrating because it was the fun, turbocharged version that should have been amazing. The Crosstrek was marketed to adventurers who needed reliability. Both became cautionary tales. The 4 best Subarus. Number 4, the 2005 to 2007 Outback. Kicking off our best list at number 4 is a hidden gem, the 2005 to 2007 Outback. This was basically a legacy GT wagon with extra ground clearance, and it was absolutely brilliant. It packed the turbocharged 2.5-liter engine, making 250 horsepower, which meant you had a practical wagon that could legitimately dust sports cars at stoplights while carrying all your camping gear. The combination of turbo power, all-wheel drive, manual transmission option, and wagon practicality made this thing a cult classic. It could handle snow, dirt roads, and highway pulls with equal confidence. These are getting harder to find in good condition because enthusiasts have been snatching them up, and for good reason. It's one of the most fun, practical vehicles Subaru ever made. If you find a clean, well-maintained example, grab it before someone else does. Number 3, the 2015 to 2021 Legacy and Outback. 2021 Legacy and Outback, equipped with the 3.6-liter flat-six engine. These are the Subarus you buy when you actually need reliability. The EZ36 engine avoided all the drama. No head gasket issues, no ringland failures, no oil consumption problems. Just smooth, dependable power that goes and goes and goes. With 256 horsepower, these had plenty of grunt for highway passing and towing. The cabin was quiet and refined, the CVT transmission actually worked well with the six-cylinder, and the build quality was solid. Owners routinely report 200,000-plus miles with nothing but oil changes and basic maintenance. Number 2. The 2004 to 2007 WRX STI. The 2004 to 2007 WRX STI is also known as the blow-by generation. This is the car that made Americans fall in love with Subaru performance. It was raw, aggressive, and unapologetically focused on driving enjoyment. That turbocharged 2.5-liter engine pumping out 300 horsepower, the 6-speed manual transmission, the incredibly capable all-wheel drive system, it all came together perfectly. The STI could hang with cars costing twice as much on a back road. It was practical enough for daily driving with 4 doors and a trunk, but wild enough to give you an adrenaline rush every time you hit boost. The community that formed around these cars is legendary. The aftermarket support is endless. Yes, you need to maintain it properly. Yes, modifications require tuning knowledge, but if you respect the car, it'll reward you with one of the most engaging driving experiences available.